gentlemen, welcome back to Entrepreneur Middle East. We're here live at Step today in Dubai, and with me is the one, the only Adeo Ressi, entrepreneur, investor, startup mentor, you name it. Thank you so much. Such a pleasure.
It's really great to be here.
Thank you. Thank you for coming. First of all, I want to just ask you, obviously, how are you? How's Dubai treating you? I suppose it's not your first time here, right?
Yeah, it's been a long time though. So to watch the city and the region grow has been really exciting. And I wanted to come over because something's happening. There's a moment right now where all these pieces have come together. I've seen this happen in other places like Singapore, Chile, Colombia, Finland, etc. And all after this moment happens, all of a sudden you just see explosive growth with unicorns and all these great companies coming out. And I feel that moment is happening right now.
The calm before the storm.
Yeah, exactly. Well, there are three ingredients that come together. You've got stability, talent, and capital. And when there's that right mixture of those three things, all of a sudden just great companies get born, unicorns get started, the region starts just exploding, and those ingredients are here right now, and that moment is now.
Amazing. So we're in the right place, you're saying?
Right place, right time.
Amazing, amazing. So tell me, obviously, I need to ask you this question after 30 years of everything you've been doing in your career. When people ask you, though, what do you actually do? What is the answer?
That's a good question.
What's your designation now?
So look, I work on things that I think are important to make the world a better place. And so if I think whatever I can do to maximize the improvement of the world around me is how I spend my time. So at the moment, I really believe that we need more ethical investors deploying capital to fix the problems that humanity's facing. So whether it's solving climate change or working on global hunger, or there's so many issues that we have today, and there are now entrepreneurs everywhere working on these problems, and what they need more than anything else is capital to scale their solutions. So I've said for a long time there weren't entrepreneurs working on the problem. So I started something called the Founder Institute to help create the entrepreneurs. Now there are entrepreneurs everywhere. They need capital. And so I'm trying over the next few years to launch 10,000 new funds worldwide, 100 in the next couple of years here in the GCC, to start funding these solutions that humanity needs. And we've already launched 1,000 funds, but just to give you a sense of scale, only about 4% of the largest cities in the world have thriving venture capital ecosystems. If we launch 10,000 funds, that will bring it up to about closer to 50%. We need probably 25,000 more funds for really 100% of the top largest cities in the world to have thriving VC ecosystems. So there's a long way to go, and that's the problem I'm trying to solve.
But we need to start somewhere, right?
Exactly. So hopefully it's going well, but we have a long way to go.
Where do you see most of these sectors thriving in? I mean, I guess AI is a big one, right? But everybody that I do interview, experts especially in accelerators here in the innovation system, they all tell me the same thing about AI, and that is the companies that are too broad when it comes to their AI solutions are going to fail. And the companies that have kind of like a narrow tunnel vision about a very specific, let's say, solution that they're going to solve with AI, those are the ones that are going to succeed. Do you agree with that?
Look, 3 weeks ago, roughly, AI changed. There was the release of something called OpenClaw, which allows you to create like human-like agents on a local computer that can do literally anything that a human can do. And you can actually set up teams of agents on a single computer. And then if you have multiple computers, you can set up multiple teams of agents that are human capable. So I think anything that someone prognosticated about with AI 3-4 weeks ago has changed. So now AI is a powerful enabler. And people had talked a long time about, hey, there's going to be this solo unicorn founder, right? But there was no how. It was like, it's just going to happen. But The how is now visible,
Mhm.
right? With one person can set up hundreds of people and teams to do things. And the first people to master that are going to unlock incredible opportunity that's never been seen before. And this is, as I mentioned, just 3 weeks old. So I think all of our mental models
Mhm.
about what AI can do, what humans can do within AI have changed pretty dramatically just in 3 weeks' time. And so, and I think in 3 weeks from now, they'll even change again because people will realize, oh, I didn't know that this is possible. So we're in this massive period of unlock right now
Mhm.
where I think the future is more interesting than it's
Right.
ever been before. And AI can do much more than people realize.
Right. And do you think it's gonna create more jobs than it eliminates? The $1 million question.
Okay, I think it's so early to tell, but I think if everybody has the opportunity to create teams of things to do big initiatives, we might actually be able to innovate our way out of some of the biggest problems we're facing. Now, does that mean that we're all of a sudden going to have uh, less people with jobs? All I know is that one person can do the work of hundreds today that was not possible before. And I think we have so much work to do that even if all of humanity started working on the problems that we're facing, we wouldn't have a big enough labor force to fix them. So maybe this is the unlock that we needed. So it might not be that all these people all of a sudden are out of work. It's just that you have a concentrated group of people that become super performers,
Okay.
right? That do like Herculean amounts of amazing work to make the world a better place. And then a lot of the rest of us just keep with our day-to-day jobs doing what we were doing. And at some point, there'll be this beautiful nexus where maybe people won't need to work as much and they could just focus on things that they care about and making those into reality. So I think the future is bright. I think worrying about employment is not so relevant because I do feel like we're entering this age of abundance and it's going to be driven by those that can take these tools and help humanity make a giant leap.
Gen Zs are very much driving that now.
Yeah.
They want their time and they want their freedom. Now, tell me, what is a important, let's say, trait that every founder should have? You are an investor. You obviously look for, startups. What is that trait that you look for in a startup and a founder that you think is essential for it to succeed?
Yeah. So if you don't believe in what you're trying to do, then it's very hard to have the courage of your convictions to do the impossible when things get tough. And things really do get difficult. So as a founder, it's one of the hardest things, one of the hardest jobs that you can do. Also, being an investor is very difficult as well. So if you run into problem after problem and crisis after crisis, and you don't have that deep belief in what you're trying to build and do, you're going to give up, right? So grit, determination, the ability to say, no matter how hard it gets, no matter how difficult
I'm
things
staying.
become,
Yeah.
I'm going to make it happen. That just, you know, uh, we were talking about this before. I'm pretty good friends with Elon, and Elon has really the unbelievable force of will. If he says he's going to do something, you better believe he's going to do it. But that's because he's passionate about it, right? So if you have that passion and you have that conviction and you have that force of will, that's the ultimate trait of a successful founder.
So we're all going to fly to Mars soon with Elon.
Maybe the moon first.
Maybe the moon first. Maybe the moon. Amazing. Now, I do have a couple of question cards here for you.
Uh-oh.
But you're going to pick them at random. And you're going to read the question out of the audience and answer it.
Okay, I see one here. What's been your biggest personal growth moment on this journey? You know, I well, pro- there's many, right? Picking the biggest, it's like, you mean, and this journey means like since the beginning of time. I lost parents, I got divorced, I've had some great success and great failure, but I would say the most intense one was in my divorce. For whatever reason, when I got divorced, it was like the whole world all of a sudden went against me. My ex-wife was very aggressive. I had a business partner at the time who sued me. It really brought me down. And, I had been very successful, achieved lots of things, and was very prominent. And it really brought me down actually to negative. I went negative in terms of my assets, in terms of everything. And it forced me to rebuild. And this was now 7, 8 years ago or so.
Mhm.
And it really forced me to rebuild the person that I wanted to be. Right. So it allowed me to go all the
You
way
left your
down.
comfort zone, I think.
Definitely I left my comfort zone. It brought
That's
me all the way down to zero. But when you go to zero, you have this opportunity to remake yourself into the person that you want to be. And so that was in a big way what allowed me to be who I am today, which is a much more balanced, much more aligned.
Mhm.
And I wasn't like that bad before, but I was really able to reconstruct the perfect version of
Of
myself.
course. What is success to you? What's your definition of success?
I mean, my definition of success is leaving humanity in a better condition than where I started, right? And so when I was young, there was the threat of nuclear war. There was a lot of problems in the world, and so I look at myself as
We're kind of in the same situation now, though.
well, it's definitely better. But yes,
Yeah.
it's there's still
It's
many
not looking
problems
good
to
now.
fix. Yeah, there's still many problems to fix. So I look at myself, I call myself a societal engineer, where I try to think about what are the things that I can do, whether it's large or small, to make this world a better place for me, for my children, for future generations. And so success for me is, how much am I contributing to the more positive outcome that
And it doesn't equal money.
no, it's no,
No.
not at all. If I could make the world significantly better for my children and ended in a penniless state, that would be far better than if I ended as the richest person in the world and yet
Right.
the world was in a worse place. So
Right.
I don't think money has anything to do with anything.
Good viewpoint. Good way of looking at things. I have a quick game show for you. It's called
Okay.
Green Flag, Red Flag. We're gonna exchange. You're gonna give me the mic.
Okay.
You're gonna take the green flag and the red flag.
Okay.
I'm gonna say a sentence, and you're basically gonna tell me if it's a green flag or a red flag. So, obsessing over valuation. Both? It could be both.
Yeah, I mean, green flag. It is a green flag, and look, you shouldn't. Maybe obsessing is not a good thing, but you definitely need to worry about your valuation
Right.
proactively. I don't know if I would obsess over it. So I would say if you took the word obsess out and said, deep concern or really, valuation matters. If you're not building value,
Okay.
then you're not probably working on something that
Yeah.
matters.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Sharing on social media.
Man, I mean, they're all.
Well.
I mean, look. So again, I'm a bit of an influencer on LinkedIn. I get about 2 million impressions a
Oh wow.
week.
A bit? That was humble. A
Yeah,
bit.
so I don't know. Like I share on social a lot, obviously, when I'm doing 2 million impressions a week. So there are pros and cons. So you can just share to share, and there's lots of people who do that. But I try to really look at social as a means to communicate important information about the mission that I'm trying to accomplish. So
Yeah.
I think if you do it with a healthy
way.
way and you're not like trying to be fake or posture or whatever, that then
That's good.
social can be a great tool, a great resource, very genuine. I do think a lot of people aren't very genuine on social,
Yeah.
and that's a bit of a problem.
Yeah. Leaders who listen more than they talk. Yeah?
Yeah.
You think leaders should listen more?
I'm here on a listening mission in the Middle East right now.
That's an interesting one.
Because I believe,
Because I always thought that, giving lessons and giving advice and talking is what leaders should be doing, right? But listening is a big part of it as well, I guess.
Yeah, so I have views on what's happening in the Middle East today, in terms of the environment and the startups and the venture ecosystem, but they are not based, they're only in my mind. So I came here because I feel like all the ingredients of success and the moment is now for this really blossoming of a beautiful, really on the global stage, a venture ecosystem in the GCC. But I wanted to come here and talk to people and hear what their views are, what they think is going well, what they think is going badly, and to inform a more developed and realistic opinion. And it's been beautiful. I've learned a lot.
Great.
So listening, super important.
How long are you staying with us?
I'm here for 10 days.
Okay. Well, I wish you the best of luck. I hope you have fun in Dubai. And I hope to many more interviews with you, Adeo. Really, you should be coming more often here to this region. Thank you so much for this conversation. And I hope to see you again very soon.
I really enjoyed it. Thank you so
you.
much.